My name is Tej Jacobitz. I've been married to Cindy for a little over 2 years now. I have 3 children. Jesse is 8, Joel is just turned 1, and Ellie is about 3 weeks old. Parenting. Two things come to mind when I think of parenting. The first is blessing, the opportunity that God's blessed us with these young lives, and then responsibility, the responsibility to take care of them, provide for them, protect them, guide them, hopefully bring them up to know the Lord. So for me, when I compare my expectations of parenting versus reality, I would say more. So I was 40 years old when I got married. I think it's been more work. It's taken more time. It takes more of you than I probably ever would have imagined. And while that's good and bad, it's mostly good. And I think then also more is just the blessings and the enjoyment and the fun is more than I imagined too. There's lots of funny stuff. A lot of them happen to be more so of what I've unintentionally maybe done. But, funny stories, everything from, sleep deprivation, what you do. The other night it was pointed out that I had changed Ellie and was putting her back to bed, and I forgot to put her diaper back on her. So that was something. I've learned it's important to get the toilet seat put down, or your son will be playing in the toilet bowl of water. I think laughter is really important in a home, and we're blessed to have that. My wife has an excellent sense of humor, even when it's not all just me causing it. But the other night, we were down at dinner, and we were discussing I don't even remember what the conversation was, but it was warming up to a parade. Dad was kind of getting complimented there. It was going pretty good. Mom was she started to even lay it on a little thick, and it was pretty funny that Jessie thought she would weigh in, and she says, "Yeah, Dad, and you're encouraging." And I'm thinking, well, that's just wonderful. That's something I try to be, and it's coming through. This is great. And she looks at Cindy and she says, "What does encouraging mean anyway?" And Cindy proceeds to launch all her baked beans across the kitchen table as she starts to laugh about that. So lots of fun stuff. Parenting has absolutely affected how I see God as a father. I think definitely understood that to an extent before, but how much more it is as you're as you're going through it. So I think that the story that speaks the most to me is the prodigal son, and the example that father gives. Just the unconditional love for his kids, and regardless of what they've done. So that's knowing that that's how God sees us, and He desires Him. Jesus teaches us to look at the Father as a father, as the good Father. So it's really, it provides a model for us to try to live to, of course, and then it even more so how much I appreciate Him for what He does for us as the good Father. You said you wanted to talk to me about doing this. The first thing I thought was, why me? I mean, I'm just getting started really into this, and there is so much that I don't know, and but I guess as I've talked to lots of people, and I think almost every parent that you talk to will say, it's amazing the kids turned out as good as they did in spite of us, And I think, so as I'm looking at that again, the model that God gives us as parents, we got a lot of great people we can look to bounce things off of and to and to do this. But I think the most important thing, two things that I think is most important. One is just to love them, to love your family. God gives us that example clearly. And then the second is what I remember probably my dad's talked the most about is just praying for them, praying for your family. Regularly and every day. I think if you do those two things, we'll get it close enough to right. It'll be okay, and it'll be a whole lot of fun.